YouTube? It's your girl Monique Nicole, and I am back with another video. Before we get started, honey, if you are new to my channel, please make sure you subscribe. Go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. While you are there, go ahead and thumbs up this video, like and support your girl, okay, in these YouTube streets, honey. So you guys, this is a very impromptu video. I was not planning on doing this, so I was not able to really give out a heads up. So I don't really expect too many of y'all to really be tuning in. It's like 10:30 on a Tuesday. I work like an evening shift, so I'm trying to just crank out this video before I start working. So replay crew, please comment, like, give me your thoughts and opinions, as I'm sure many of you will probably tune in on the replay later on today. But in the meantime, we are going to be discussing the recent episode of P-Valley, episode 5. I think it was called White Nights or something like that. I might be wrong. Y'all let me know. So guys, it was a really very heavy episode. It was very traumatic. It was just very hard to watch. It was very triggering. A lot of things happened. A lot of intense things took place. And even though it was really hard for me to digest and watch, I will give credit to the writers. They are really stepping it up this season. I'm really proud of this show. Like, to see the growth from last season is just amazing. This season has really been excellent, from the writing, the storytelling, the acting, everything. They've really stepped it up. So I really am proud of P-Valley, Katori Hall, everybody, the cast, the crew, everyone a part of P-Valley season 2. You guys have been doing a phenomenal job. Now, for my review, I'm not going to be going scene by scene like I usually do. This is just going to be like the main points, the main topics, and we're just going to just chat about that. So let's see. And I'm not even really going to go in any particular order, to be honest. I don't even know where I want to start. Well, I mean, hell, Keyshawn, man. Keyshawn was really the star of the episode. The episode was definitely centered around her. We got some of the present day, and then they took us with flashbacks, took a trip to the past, and saw a young Keyshawn. We saw a young Derek. We saw a young Gidget when they were in high school. So I think that was done excellent. Like, I didn't think that is something that could work for the show, but they did a really good job with like the flashback scenes to when they were younger. So again, Keyshawn was the star of the episode, and oh my gosh, it definitely gave us more insight on her, what she's gone through, why she is the way she is. And it just really pulled at my heartstrings even more to see what she's endured and what she's currently dealing with. So I don't have all the pictures that I want, you guys. It's really hard to find some of these images on the internet, but I do have some. Again, I don't even have notes, y'all, so I don't even know where I want to go first, if I just want to dive into all the chaos. But in the flashback sequences, we are introduced to Keyshawn's stepsister, Ashley. Ashley is like the pretty, like, light-skinned, popular girl in the school. Everybody wants to get with her. Like, she's like that girl, right? But shout out to Lamont, because I stole this picture from him. We see that there are some things going on behind the scenes at home. So this man is actually Keyshawn's daddy, who is terrible and trifling. And from the looks of it, it was implied that he is molesting the stepdaughter. I mean, this picture says it all. This is the scene where they're about to take pictures, and he gropes her, and the way he's looking at her and her face, she just looked disgusted and like she was ready to cry. It was very telling. It's like they didn't really have to say much, to get the point across. It's very clear that he is I can't, raping her, molesting her, whatever word you want to use. YouTube is probably going to flag me for using those words, so I don't want to say it too much. I'm probably going to say the R word versus actually saying it fully. But no, we find out that he's a terrible father. Not only is he a terrible person and father because he's molesting his stepchild, he also is a terrible father because we learn that he left Keyshawn's mom high and dry for this heifer. This is the best I could do, y'all. This heifer right here, the stepmama. So it turns out she was a flight attendant, I guess, and they met. She met the dad on a plane ride or whatever, and child was serving drinks to the husband and the wife, and scooped up the husband. Child, I just I never understand women who do stuff like that, because I'm just like, do you not believe in karma? Like, do you not believe that what goes around comes around? Like the oldest saying, the way you got him is the way you can lose him. Like, you got him by being a terrible person and being a home wrecker and messing up someone's home, but you think he's going to be faithful to you? I never understand the logic of women who get with men who are cheaters or have a pattern of cheating. I don't get it. So we get introduced to the stepmom. I don't even remember her name, so we're just going to say stepmom. She is just a mean lady. She is just so mean. She treats Keyshawn like crap. It was really giving me like Cinderella vibes. Like, they would treat Keyshawn like she was just Cinderella, and then she had like the two little mean stepsisters. One of the stepsisters was actually nice. I want to say, was this one nicer? Like, they were nice to each other in comparison to the other daughter. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong. But nonetheless, Keyshawn was getting treated really badly by the stepmom. The stepmom wasn't even like acknowledging Keyshawn at all. She didn't claim her. It was almost like Keyshawn just did not exist. And it's just really sad. I never understand how an adult takes things out on a child. You know, this girl is innocent. She did nothing wrong. If anything, you know, you're the one that messed up a happy home. So the mistreatment of Keyshawn is just really sad. And we see that her father ain't shit either at all. I mean, he doesn't even defend his child. Like, it's bad enough. It's bad enough that you wrecked your home, wrecked your marriage, wrecked your family, cheated, and then left with another woman. And then you uprooted your child to this new woman's home. It's bad enough that you did that. But on top of that, you can't even be kind. You can't even like be a nice parent and look out for her and just like care for her. And it's like Keyshawn doesn't even exist. So I don't know. And it was a whole debate. There was a debate like last night when we were doing Lamont's channel with the crew. In my opinion, right? I've already stated the mom is evil. There's no question. I'm not tiptoeing around that. The mom is a terrible person. We don't like the stepmom. Agreed. What I'm saying, and this is to me from a writing perspective, right? Or how they shot the episode. Yes, they showed us that the stepmom was mean to Keyshawn, right? But as far as her daughter being touched by the stepdad, I don't feel like they showed us any scene or moment where it was concrete evidence that the mom was aware that that was happening. I'm not naive. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. There are evil mothers out there who do pimp out their child and would do something like that. I know that. But I also know there are also mothers who are unaware that their child is being touched by someone in the family. Two things can exist at the same time. Both points are valid. There are evil moms that will pimp out their children to do shit like that. And then there's other moms that are not aware that that is happening. So my opinion is, yes, she's evil. Yes, we can't stand her. I just don't know. I can't say 100%. I cannot say 100% that she knew about what was happening. I can't say it. I'm not saying it's not true. It could be, but they didn't give us anything to be like, yes, she 100% knows. And my opinion is, when she was giving Keyshawn the advice, right, about don't be a man's Barbie, don't let a man make you his Barbie because he gonna do that to the next one, right? I feel like she was implying that the husband was cheating. And it's not far-fetched. Two things can be true at the same time. He's cheating on the wife and he's also molesting her child. Like, he's doing both. But I feel like some people were like, no, she was talking about the daughter, but I don't think so. I really think she was implying that the stepdad was cheating, which he was. That's what they implied. She's home crying, drinking, he's not there. It actually reminded me of the scene in Love and Basketball a little bit when, you know, the mom was drunk and crying and she told Omar Epps' character about his trifling ass daddy. Like, it reminded me of that. So we know he's a cheater. He cheated on his ex-wife, right, with the stepmom. So we know he's a cheater. He's just an evil ass person because he's a cheater and he's molesting a child. So it's like a double whammy. But that's my opinion. No, I'm not like, I don't have concrete proof, but I'm almost positive that that is what she was implying when she gave Keyshawn that bit of advice. Sadly, I don't have any pictures of like when Derek was young or whatever, but you know, we see, I'll just put this up for Keyshawn as a throwback. So we see that, you know, Keyshawn and Derek went to the same high school together, right? And so we see when they first meet, he was so freaking nice and he seems so damn charming, like a lot of them do. He seems so damn charming and was seeming like he was going to defend her and do all this. So there were some people that were like being mean to her. Some dudes, I think, were they on the football team or what have you? And they were picking on her. And Derek, you know, steps in and tries to, you know, defend her, whatever, be like the nice guy, right? And then, sorry, y'all, I'm working on trying to get this picture. I found something. But anyways, so Derek tries to pose like he's the good guy and defends Keyshawn. So for whatever reason, the black kid did the ultimate disrespect and spit on Derek. Like, actually spit on him. Now, that is definitely the ultimate sign of disrespect. Like, I'm not even about to try to defend that, or I'm not trying to like downplay what the hell he did by any means, right? I'm not trying to defend it. Here's a little picture of them, right? So I'm not trying to defend what Derek, I mean, what the guy did was messed up. He spat on him. That's the most disgusting thing you can do. So Derek beat their ass. He whooped all three of them asses, okay? And yes, I think they deserve to get their behind whooped because you don't spit on someone. I agree. But I also think the writers was showing us that Derek had a lot of rage inside of him from way back then. Now, don't get me wrong. Anybody who gets spat on deserves to punch somebody in the face. But I just feel like the way Derek was doing it, it was very intense. It was just a rage. And it was almost like he enjoyed it. Even after it happened and he and Keyshawn talked in the hallway, he seemed like he was just very gleeful about it. And I think Keyshawn the need for someone to protect her and defend her was was much greater, right? It overshadowed the warning sign that was there with witnessing how he was carrying on. So meaning most of us, if we saw someone react the way he did, yes, punch the guy a couple times, but to beat him the way Derek was beating him, I felt like it showed like, oh, you got a temper. Like, you know what I mean? So I feel like most people would have been like, oh, okay, I'm gonna be a little weary about you. But Keyshawn to me took it as, oh my God, you're trying to protect me. And I think that overshadowed any warning sign that was there from the beginning. And there were a few warning signs, even though he presented himself as this nice prince, charming, there was a couple warning signs. I mean, she was able to pick up on the whole race issue. Like, she was like, would you be able to bring me home? Hey, Brillo, thanks for tuning in. This is like an impromptu video. I did not plan it. I'm just recording this before I start working. So I don't really expect a lot of people to tune in live. I do expect more people on the replay. So the replay crew, please be interactive, like, comment, give me your thoughts. This was a very intense episode. A lot of difficult things were discussed. It was very triggering, all that type of stuff. So yeah, I'm just talking about Derek. And, again, yes, the guy spat on him, and I do think Derek deserved to punch him, but I still feel like they were showing there was this rage that he had, and they did that on purpose to show us that he had that rage even back then when they were in high school. So it's kind of always been there. Now, we also find out that Derek is being abused at home. We find out that his father is very volatile. His father is abusive. His father is beating him up and abusing him. So, that does add another layer to it. I don't think it's an excuse. I think, how I say this, it's definitely an important factor, and it shows a lot in his character. But I say this, it's really interesting how two people can be brought up in the same situation, meaning two people can be raised in a very volatile, abusive household. You have one person over here who's going to be like, you know what, I'm going to grow up, I'm going to be a better person, I'm not going to repeat the sins of my parents, I'm going to be better than them, I'm going to be a loving, caring husband, father, all that, right? Then you have the other person over here who unfortunately falls into the trap, falls into the cycle and becomes the very thing that was inflicted on them. So I don't know. It's obviously a psychological thing. I don't know why some people react that way. I do wish in a perfect world that Derek could have received the type of help that he needed. But listen, we're here now. I said this last night on Lamont's channel. We're here now. And at the end of the day, this mother effer needs to go. He needs to go. At this point, I'm sorry you were abused at home. I'm sorry. But that don't give you no damn excuse to be abusive to your girlfriend and be volatile. I mean, we saw her. He choked her when she was pregnant. It was just, oh my gosh. And that is one thing we didn't get to really talk about last night on Lamont's channel. There was a moment where Keyshawn actually went to her family for help. And got shot down. I think that was very, very, very pivotal. That was, to me, I wish we discussed this last night on Lamont's channel because this is a really important part. I think that was a very pivotal moment in her life. To me, that was the one time that she actually tried to seek help. The one time she tried to seek help and was going to leave Derek. And she got the door slammed in her face. The door slammed in her face. Yes, Brillo, for sure. We gotta connect for sure. I like that reference from BMF. Yes, sir. But Yeah, man, that the one time that Keyshawn actually reached out for help, the door got slammed in her face. And I feel like that's a very pivotal moment because we've seen since then anyone that tries to help her, she doesn't really take to it. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why. Diamond tried to help. She shut it down. Clifford has helped, well, tried to help and given her advice. And I, I don't know what's going to take. I mean, I think after this episode, I think the children, the fact that Derek is beating up on the kids, which I really hoped and prayed that that would not happen, but it's happening. And I'm predicting that that's going to be the factor that makes her really leave. I was actually disappointed in this episode at the end because I was thinking that Keyshawn was going to leave him. I mean, and it's y'all, I cringed. Look how tiny, I'm actually about to cry. Look how tiny this baby is. He's only 3. Look at him. And to think that Derek is beating him in such an egregious way. Oh my God. Oh my God. And can we talk about the doctor visit? I'm trying to understand, how is Keyshawn able to leave the doctor's office? How? Some people are saying that it's a small town and Derek has connections and the doctor's trying to cover up for him. That definitely could be true. I don't know if they made that so obvious, but it definitely could be true because I don't see how any physician, because in real life, it would not have happened that way. In real life, she probably would not have been able to leave the office with the child, or CPS would have knocked at that door within the next few days. Like, there's no way you're bringing a child that young with those bruises and the doctor's not going to contact child services to come and do a wellness check and come to that house. There's no way in hell. So I don't know if that was a TV moment. I don't know if it was intentional. I don't know what's going to come from that, but I thought that was crazy. I mean, this poor child. It's making my stomach turn. The fact that Derek would beat him in such a way. Y'all, I need Keyshawn to leave him. And I know it's not easy, but I feel like she needs to leave him. Like, she needs to, for her children's sake. I mean, she was saying to him, look, you can beat me, but do not beat our children. And this is my thing with Keyshawn. When she came home after the visit and was coming at Derek and had the paper to show the proof, I was happy that she stood up for herself. But I was like, do you have a plan or something? Because she came in very knuck if you buck. And I'm like, sis, you just realized that he beat your 3-year-old baby. You don't think he's about to beat you up? I just felt like I don't know. I thought Keyshawn had a plan. It was gonna like pack her things up when he, left for the interview or went to bed. I mean, I would have preferred that. But of course, this is a show. They have to make it entertaining or whatever. But I'm really hoping that she has an exit plan. I mean, he burned her face. Like, y'all, I had to like just turn my face away because it was so intense. I had to close my eyes, but he beat her. First of all, let's talk about the parallels. Sorry, y'all. I'm all over the place because I did not take notes. Again, this is not like my normal videos where I go scene by scene. This is a quick review where I'm going to be hitting the main topics. So y'all that follow me, y'all know how I usually do it, but this is going to be a short and sweet, to the point, you know what I mean, type of thing. But the parallels. Let's talk about the parallels, you guys. So many things in this episode reminded me of a TV show or of a movie. Let me think. Mainly, it's really the abusive scenes, sadly. So, of course, with the iron, people remember that from Good Times with Penny. When Penny, who was played by a young Janet Jackson, she was getting abused by her mother, and her mom burned her literally as punishment, burned her. There's something not right up here. Like, there's something not right. And some people in the comment section, y'all, last night on Lamont's channel, I was saying that something is like, Derek is mentally like messed up. He is not mentally well. He's got some disorder. Something's wrong with him. And some people were like, no, he don't got no mental disorder. He does. No sane person, listen to me, an abuser to that degree, a rapist, a pedophile, a serial killer, they are all psychotic. That's not normal behavior. So you can't say they don't have a mental disorder. Something is not right with them. The mind of a killer, there's something wrong with them. So that was my point, is something's wrong with him. That's not normal to beat someone the way he beats his family. That's not normal to punish someone by taking an iron to their face. That's not normal. So yes, he is not mentally well. We're all a little crazy, but he is not wired tight. Okay, that was my point. But anyway, y'all, the burning scene, that reminded me of Good Times with Penny. When he was abusing Keyshawn and dragging her, like, that literally reminded me of What's Love Got to Do with It with Angela Bassett, in which she played Tina Turner, all that stuff. Like, there was another part. Okay, when Rome was trying to attack, assault Keyshawn, that reminded me of the Players Club. So there was a few, like, a few parallels, which I thought was really, really interesting. But yeah, I mean, when Keyshawn came home to this mother effer, he was getting ready for an interview. She confronted him. He was all in denial, like, oh, I didn't hit him, or I just popped it, whatever he said, or he's crying. And she's like, he's a baby. He's gonna cry. He's 3 years old. He's 3 years old. How can you harm something that's that little and that fragile? Like, oh my gosh, you guys, like, that, like, really made my stomach hurt. Like, and I was hoping that he would never touch the kids. But sadly, he has now touched the kids. And at this point, I need Keyshawn to think of something. And I'm not saying she needs to fight him. Obviously, he's stronger than her. But she needs to come up with a plan. Something. Get someone's help. Reach out to Wody. Reach out to Clifford. Do something. You got to do something. Stage it. Set it up to where, you taunt him, he tries to come at you, you shoot him. Do some shit like that. But she has to do something. She has to get out of there. She has to protect she and her children. He's bruising their 3-year-old baby. The baby dislocated his shoulder, whatever the hell it was. It was just egregious. And I need Keyshawn to, like, get the hell up out of that situation ASAP Rocky. So damn, I hope I didn't have damn it, y'all, I really need a picture of damn Rome. Actually, I think I do have a picture of him, hunty. One moment. Because again, I'm all over the place, y'all. Like, this is not my normal thing. Hey, Greta. Hey, boo. This is like an impromptu video, you guys. So replay crew, please show me some love, comment, let me know your thoughts and opinions. I just hopped on real quick because I wanted to do this video before I start working. And I wanted to clarify some of my comments from Lamont's video last night. There were a couple haters, you guys. If y'all are not aware, there were some haters in the comments last night that were just, misdoing my words and not understanding where I was coming from. And so let me just make sure I hit on two of the situations, right? Two of the comments. So one person said, Monique has to be naive not to see Rome and Keyshawn's father's intentions. Let's dissect that. I'll start with Rome. This knucklehead. Okay, so let me tell y'all where I'm coming from. We all know it's been presented to us as viewers, right? That Rome is a sleazy kind of, I think, shout out to Nita, she said, like, that sleazy car salesman type. We got that vibe. Some people said reminded him of Diddy. Like, he is that like guy, like he's a good business person, but he is for self. He is about the money. He will drop you if he sees someone else that can make him more money. Like, he's very for self. He's grimy, sleazy, money type business guy. What I'm saying is, from watching the show, I was taken aback by his attempt to assault Keyshawn. I did not see that coming. I don't feel like there was enough breadcrumbs that was left to be like, yes, you're a rapist, or yeah, you are really creepy. Like, no, like, yeah, he made a couple comments about Keyshawn's beauty, but who hasn't? They've all said she's fine. They've all said stuff. Just because a guy says a comment like that or tries to shoot a shot, that doesn't mean he's a rapist. So my point is, they did not show us anything that was like a clear-cut sign that he was a predator. And I said that I was surprised about him trying to assault Keyshawn. Jay agreed with me, Moochie agreed with me, and even Lamont agreed with me. But for whatever reason, some people were just wanting to target me as if I'm so stupid or I'm so naive. I'm not naive. And even after I said all that, I even doubled down a little bit and said, in the same breath, yes, I was surprised, but also in real life, sometimes it be like that. And the bad guy doesn't always seem like the bad guy, or the person who looks like the good guy is actually the bad guy. Like, I said that. So I don't know why you can't please people, and I'm not trying to give them too much light. There's always going to be negative people and naysayers who just want to misunderstand you. But I don't feel like I said nothing wrong. Again, other people on the panel agreed, but y'all want to come for me because I was the woman that was speaking. I was outspoken last night, so it's easy to come for me. But other people agreed with me. A lot of us, Jay and Moochie and Lamont, were surprised with the rape route. And to be fair, from a writing perspective, it really was shocking because I feel like the writers were really gassing us up to believe that something was going to happen with Big Teak and him. Big Teak and Rome had been butting heads, y'all. That pot was stirring, okay? They had been butting heads the whole time. So I thought some shit was going to pop off with them. Like, I thought some shit was going to go down like that way, where there's going to be a fight or something, or someone's going to shoot somebody. Like, I thought it was going to be on that type of thing. So the rape thing caught me by surprise, and other people agree with me. But for some reason, I'm being called naive. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm not naive, honey. So anyway, and then the second point, them saying that I was naive about Keyshawn's father's intentions. I don't understand that. We were all in agreement that he's a piece of shit and he is molesting her. I don't get how I'm being naive about the father's intentions. We are all in agreement that the father is disgusting and he is molesting the stepchild. He is. I'm not naive. I got that part. The part that seems to ruffle up people's feathers is when I said, I don't know 100% if the stepmom knows. And I'm still going to stand behind that. Is she terrible? Yes. She's terrible to Keyshawn. She's a terrible person for being a homewrecker. I can't fucking stand her. And she's evil for turning Keyshawn away when Keyshawn was pregnant and asking for help. So trust me, the stepmom gets no fucking love from me. I don't F with her. I'm not defending her. All I'm saying is, from a writer's standpoint, they did not do anything to be like, yes, in this distinct moment, we are showing you that the mom is aware. They didn't pan the camera to the mom and show her having a look in the moment when the dad was groping the child. She was like oblivious. So that's my opinion. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm not saying there's no way that she knows. All I'm saying is We don't know 100% that she's aware of the molestation. Again, yes, there are mothers that are evil that will pimp out their child and do stuff like that, for sure. And there are other moms who are just, I don't want to say dumb, but they're not aware. There are moms that are actually not aware that uncle so and so was touching on them, or that stepdaddy was touching on the dog. That happens too. Both happen. So two things can be true at the same time. But I had to check those people because I did not appreciate being called naive. And I feel like people weren't understanding the point I was trying to make. And I will say this again. As far as, so someone in the comment section was saying that, oh, the daughter is probably meeting the dad outside or something like that. And I was like, no, I'm defending the daughter. I'm like, no, the daughter is not willingly going to meet the stepdad out for a damn movie date or a bowling date. Absolutely not. He's doing what almost every other pedophile and molester does. Most children who are molested in their home. 9 times out of 10, when children are violated or molested, it's happening in their home or someone else's home or uncle so-and-so's home or auntie. So it's happening in a home. That was my main point. But that, I guess, people were not understanding where I was coming from. So I also wanted to make sure I correct that and clarify that on my channel. It's no shade. Like I'm a person where I can see all different perspectives. I'm actually one of the most fair people you will find on YouTube. I actually have a very diplomatic way about myself where, okay, like, yeah, there's certain things I stand firm on, but I also am like, okay, I'm willing to hear your point of view. Okay, this could be true. Okay, that could be true. But I didn't like, there was a lot of negativity, some people, but you know what? I don't want to let the negative people outshine the good people, because there were a lot of great people commenting and being interactive with us. So for the negative people, go kick rocks. Anyway, trying to see, oh yeah, so Rome. Okay. I wish I had a picture of Wody. So baby, Rome, honey, Rome met his demise. I did not see this shit coming. I did not. Now, looking back at last week, I guess they were giving us a little, like a little foreshadow, if you will, or something, when Wody overheard Rome saying that he's gonna have Wody fire Big Teak, because Big Teak is very aggressive and he was triggering Keyshawn when he got upset. So I think we saw Wody overheard it. I just, y'all, I did not know that Wody had it in him. But you know what? It be the quiet ones. That's what people always say. It's the quiet ones, right? So watch out for the quiet ones, honey. And Wody came the damn through. He came through. So part of the reason why he came through was that Keyshawn went to Wody and basically told him, like, yeah, like, Rome tried to rape me. So I think that, coupled with the fact that Rome had footage and proof of Big Teak and Lil Murder, I think that was a big part of why he took him out. I think Jay was saying like 60-40. I could probably agree with that. I will admit, I do think it was more because of the proof that he had on Murder and Teak, but I do also feel like him trying to rape Keyshawn played a part. But listen. So baby, Wody, this is the same night, right, that Rome nasty ass tried to assault Keyshawn, right? So Wody went to that after party thing, right? Met up with him. At this point, Rome was already kind of lit, honey. You could tell he had already been doing some drugs. So he was geeked up, I will say. And what happened? Sorry, y'all. Yeah, so Wody was like, yeah, let's chat, business or whatever. We're gonna talk about the tour. And he was like, yeah, so Keyshawn says she's not really on board anymore to continue for 2 more weeks. What happened? And, Rome was not going to admit it, his little bitch ass. He did not admit that he attacked her. He was like, I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know what's wrong with her. Whatever. So they having small talk. Wody has some cocaine, some coco, some coquiana, some cocaine, and was trying to get Big Rome to take a little. But you see, Rome ain't no fool. And this is another thing I want to clarify or just bring, I want to, give another perspective, right? A lot of people, even me at first, when Rome was like, why don't you go ahead and you hit it first. When Rome said that to Wody, a lot of people think that Rome had a feeling of what Wody was trying to do. I don't think so. I don't think Rome was like, oh, he's trying to kill me. Because then he wouldn't have been in that predicament, right? I take it more so as because he's a druggie, right? He's used to getting his stuff from XYZ dealer, right? So if someone comes to you with some other shit that you're not used to taking, like from somebody else that you don't know, you're probably going to be like, you take it first. Why? Because a lot of things are laced. The quality is not always the same, etc. So he was like, nah, bro, you hit that first and let me see, So I just want to point that out to give another perspective. I believe Rome did that for that reason, not because he suspected Wody trying to kill him. Because at this point, if you think someone's trying to kill you, why the hell would you even be, in that predicament? So that was my opinion. I just wanted to give a different perspective. Y'all, so Wody pretended like he was taking a hit from that line. I guess he did some quick little trick and snorted from the other line of coke that was safe. I don't know. That seems like a real TV moment because I feel like in real life, someone would have peeped what Wody was doing, like how I don't know. I feel like in real life, someone would have seen it, like, what I mean? But for TV purposes, they made it work out to where Rome believed it. So then Rome, y'all, he takes two lines, not one, two lines. Because he's a cokehead. And baby, within a couple seconds, maybe 30 seconds, he started having, I don't know, child. He started coughing. He's like, I can't breathe. What's wrong with me? And then throughout this whole moment, Wody is just sorry. Wody is just talking shit. He is talking cash money shit. And he is slowly watching Rome die. And Wody is just all the stuff he said. I can't even really quote everything that he said, but y'all watched it, child. Everything that Wody was saying to Rome, it was wow. Like Wody knows some things because he knew the timing, the pacing, how many minutes it was going to be until Rome was going to die. And he was saying, like, a lot of people don't get this. A lot of people don't get a coaching or talk to before they cross over to the other side. Like, he was saying all types of stuff, man. He was saying all types of stuff. And then he confronted him about the video proof of murder and Teak. My only thing is, I feel like if your main reason for taking him out was for the proof, I feel like Wody should have tried to get the proof before Rome died. Like, we didn't see him try to find his phone. We didn't see him try to do anything. So I felt like that was kind of crappy because it's like you did all of that, but you never got the proof and erased it. So now I feel like it's going to get out, you guys. I think that video is somehow going to get out. It's going to surface some way, somehow. I think the secret is still going to come out despite Wody's attempts. I do think the secret between Murda and Teak is going to come out. And I'm so scared, you guys. I'm really scared because I feel like if that comes out, they're really in danger. We have to remember Murda is in a gang. He's in a gang and he comes off like he's this big and bad tough guy. And if the hood finds out that he's gay, they might hurt him. So and that could be a thing. Prediction. That could be a thing where, okay, it comes out. I can see it to where someone tries to get at Murder, and then maybe Big Teak tries to defend him, and then maybe Big Teak gets killed, or something's gonna happen, you guys. Someone's gonna be in the crossfire. I think between Teak and Murder, one of them are gonna die or get really injured. Keep up the thank you. Thank you so much, Ronald. And see, this is why I don't want to give the negative people too much energy, because Ronald and other people were very like warm and have been very kind to me. And you know what I mean? We're not always gonna agree on everything. You know, when I speak, I try to come from a place of like seeing things from different perspectives, right? Or I try to be fair. Now, yes, there are things that I'm stern about and I'm firm about, but for the most part, I'm kind of like, okay, I can see that. I can see that side. I can see that side. But anyway, thank you, Ronald. You really cheered me up because I was feeling a little down. But thank you so much for that kind comment. I really appreciate it. And Greta, one of my ride or dies. Okay, you always support me and Nita, girl. So I appreciate you as well. I'm really scared for Murda and Teak. Girl, yes, listen. If Murda dies, I'm gonna be really sad. You guys, I really like him. I really like Little Murda. I love his character. I love him. I feel like, yeah, he's a gangster, but he really don't hurt nobody. He really don't, you know what I mean? Like, he really don't do nothing to nobody. So, and I love his friendship with Keyshawn, and you know, I really like him. So I really hope nothing bad happens to him. Teak, he can go, but I'm only saying that because you know we don't have that much connection to him. So, you're welcome, boo. We don't have that much of a connection to Teak, so that's why I'm just like, Teak can kind of go, you know, like he's not gonna be missed, honey. You know, of course, on the flip side, I sympathize because what he's gone through, he's been in prison. I feel bad. Now we don't really know how. Oh, no, we do know how he got in prison. Did he get in prison because of something when he was helping out Murder and he took the rap for him? Was that, y'all? Let me know if I'm making that shit up. You know what I mean? I'd be wrong sometimes. So y'all let me know. But I could have sworn it was a situation where he took the rap for Murder. I could be wrong. Y'all let me know. But anyway, Big T can die because it's a Little Murder for me, honey. I love him. So if he dies, I'm gonna be heartbroken. But let me see. I think I covered everything, at least the most important stuff. If there's anything I forgot, y'all say it in the comments. Let me know y'all's thoughts and opinions, even if it's different than mine. I am welcome to other opinions. I just ask that we all be respectful. That's the thing. And a lot of people are just not mature enough to where they can have a debate or have different opinions without being disrespectful. And that's the problem I have with certain people. But yeah, I mean, I think I got everything. Y'all let me know in the comment section if there's anything major that I missed. Let me know y'all's predictions as well. They were already in prison when Teak stabbed dude. Wait, who was in prison? I'm confused. Was Little Murder also in jail as well? Child, look at me. Now I gotta go back and rewatch some stuff. But Teak stabbed that dude to defend Murder, right? And then that's why he got locked up. Help me out. But y'all let me know y'all's predictions as well, what you think may happen, who you think may die, etc. I think next episode, Keyshawn is probably not going to be in it. It looks like it's more so centered around Mercedes, Coach, and Farrah, and then Clifford and Autumn and all that stuff, the business stuff. We see Andre's going to be in there. So I think next week they're going to give us a break on the Keyshawn thing. You know, this episode was truly centered around her, which I thought was amazing. It was much needed. I'm so proud of the writers, the cast, the crew, everybody, because it's just, we're really seeing the evolution of the show. Like the way they've been able to step it up from season 1 is like really awesome. Again, the writing, the storytelling, the acting, it's definitely, they stepped it up. They definitely stepped it up a notch. And I'm really enjoying it. I think this is a really great show. And they touch on a lot of topics that are really important. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my last minute impromptu video. I appreciate it. Replay crew, please be interactive, like, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe. Help support your girl. Let me know your opinions, even if they're different than mine. Let me know your predictions. Okay, last comment. See, Teak was sent to solitary confinement after. Oh yeah. Oh, you're right. Okay, yes. So they were in prison. You're right. How am I so stupid? Duh. They met in jail, right? So yeah. Thank you so much, Greta. I appreciate you for reminding me that. So they met in jail. They were in jail, and then Teak stabbed the guy. So he got, I guess, additional time in jail versus to murder. Something like that. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.